And we are back, folks. Thanks for weathering the 60-second commercial. We'll be getting in the server, and once again, this is the Fuerzas Armadas Virtuales versus V2 Ghost match. We just watched the Intis V's Lights Out game. This is round 6 in the Battlefield 4 CEVO Beta Cup. It was a great game between two really strong up-and-coming teams. I expect to see these guys in the community for a while and only getting better and better. Potentially both playoff bounds. We'll see how that group shakes out. Obviously, be interesting to see what happens in the final round, which will be on Sunday, and then we'll move into the playoffs. 2 teams advancing from each group.
Yeah, absolutely. And we do apologize, guys, but we're getting into the server as fast as possible right now. And I have an Origin update all of a sudden, so that's awesome. But a little bit about these teams while we are getting into the server right now is that FAV is 4-1 right now. They have 1 forfeit win, so they have won the majority of their matches. The one match that they did lose, it was against Nexus BF4 NA, and it was actually a really close match. It was 37-71 on Paracel Storm. And you know, I say the reason why I'm pointing out Paracel Storm in this particular one is because Paracel Storm and Zavod, they act a lot alike, and the reason being is because of the way the map flows. It's a very flippy-flop match, and it looks like, yeah, we are in the middle of the match, so they are live on this particular round, and we're going to try and get in there as best as we possibly can.
Yep, I'm joining now. Hopefully be in there momentarily.
Yeah, so we do apologize for that. We have a little bit of that last match went a little bit over time than what we thought it would. But as we were saying before, Paracel Storm, it kind of, there's a lot of flip-flopping in flags. There's a lot of space to get around. There's a lot of flanking areas. There's a lot of random spawns in that particular map. And, you know, it basically allows you to back rage a lot, and that's what we saw on Zavod. So to see them losing on that particular map, the only reason why I pointed out is that maybe that is a little bit harder map for them to play on. You know, we have teams that are good at locking down lanes. They're good at locking down areas, zones in particular maps, and you know, maybe that's not their particular map on this map.
Yeah, not necessarily.
And I said map a lot of times. Wow, holy shit!
It's not their map on this map.
Yeah, it's not their map on this map. I'm trying to get through this Origin stuff, guys. So I'm trying to do 4 things all at once, and yeah, it just all kinds of goes up. V2 Ghost is 3-2 right now. They have no forfeit wins, no forfeit losses, which means they played all 5 of their matches. The 2 matches that they did end up losing were against Nexus NA on Goma Railway, and they lost to Exertus EU versus on Locker. That right there is nothing to scoff at. I mean, those are 2 of some of the best teams that you could play against in that group.
Extremely tough group, and they played them tough. They played those guys tough.
Exactly. They played them right down to, you know, they did. They played them. They didn't give up or anything like that. And to see that's really awesome. And it's going to be interesting to see what they come out of in this particular match.
Yeah, I have gotten in the server, actually, and it is an extremely close game. I'm hoping this is the first round because only 126 to 109 in favor of V2 right now with a one-on-one flag advantage. Up now it's a 2 flag advantage for FAV. It's the A-B hold. Brett, you still having Origin issues there?
Guys, this is one of the reasons why I am not casting tonight. It's because I have no download. I have like a 4 download at the moment, so I have 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go on this thing. And it's a little bit frustrating since I was just in the server and playing. But anyways,
yeah, they decided, hey, Brett, you need an update.
Yeah, because it is 117-108. Very close match so far. And I'm looking at the live scoreboard right now. It doesn't look like any of these players are really standing out. You know, we don't have anybody like Jack in that last particular match where he's going 24, you know, in like 5. So it's looking like it's fairly even on the KDs in terms of who's getting picks and who's not getting picks. Although, you know, we are seeing that
V2 is pretty balanced. They have everybody in double digits. Yeah, we did. It's surprising if. The balance K or the overall KDs is 75 and 43 for V2, 46 and 58 for FAV, and yet FAV is tied right now. Well, down by 101 to 99. So, you know, to those of you who scoff and think that this is just TDM with flags, that's not always the case. I think this is one of those maps, like you said, Brett, which is conducive to not necessarily thriving, but being able to get by despite being outgunned by the other team. Now, certain maps, you really don't have a prayer if you're just significantly outgunned by the other team. This map doesn't seem to be one of them. As despite getting severely outgunned, we're seeing FAV keep it close. Watching from X perspective, he is going to take Alpha back. And again, we're seeing a bit of the merry-go-round, just like we saw in the Lights Out match previously, where no team is really holding the burn for too long. It's just kind of a quick rotation, and who is winning the gun battles on those rotations. We're watching from Poco's perspective, moving over to Alpha, as it's looking like a 2-on-1, and he does go down. FAV taking advantage of those numbers. But Vance is lurking in the wings. He's heard from his teammate the point spot, and he goes down. And that was a silly revive. X, you don't go for a revive when you're in the middle of no man's land and a guy is shooting at you. That's just silly. Watching from Cachetti's perspective here on Charlie, it's the only flag right now that V2 has, and they're going to lose their small lead, as it looks like it might be a triple cap in favor of FAV here. Watching from Vance's perspective, he's got a nade right behind him, takes him to the beanbag, he's still alive. Peeks the corner. Takes down Alpha. And V2, I'm not seeing enough urgency from these guys. They don't have any flags. They're triple capped right now. Although we do have Jiggity finally on Charlie, contesting it, taking it. But at this point, they got to be worried. They're already down 10 tickets, and it is burning fast. And I like FAV. They're not content to just stick with the 2 flags. They're pushing heavy on him. Although it looks like they have left Alpha uncontested. Poco getting in the backside. They are going to take Alpha, and this is exactly what V2 needs. Hopefully they can shore up things on C and hold fast as Poco does take Alpha. They need to get control of these 2 flags so they can get the burn on it. Hopefully get back in the lead. Down by only about 15 tickets, though. So certainly not out of this round, which I believe is the first one in this matchup. It's looking like C is being contested by FAV, doing a nice job of rotating. It looks like they're going to have the BC hold, but we got a 3-strong push from V2 as Abby hits nothing but air, shooting at them from the back. But it looks like Synergy Cool is going to get the res on his teammate, eating all kinds of nades. He's got nowhere to go! And right on the stones, he does die. General Abby, who was revived by Synergy, who gave his life for him, trying to hold on to C. But it's going to be a 3-man push by V2. Vance taking him out. It looks like they are going to take Charlie, but already FAV had a triple cap there. So it's just looking like right now FAV is rotating quicker than V2 can answer, despite the huge frag differential. 90 frags for V2 as opposed to only 69 for Alpha. They are actually in the negative collectively as a team, but winning this match, or this round, by almost 30 tickets thus far. This is very surprising to me. You know, obviously FAV has a game plan and they are executing it despite not winning their gun battles. And looks like V2 has finally got a good setup. They do have a BC hold. They've got 3 guys concentrated on Charlie, 2 on Bravo. I'd like to see them spread out a little bit more, maybe into the middle area to cover that, but I think this is a good setup for them. They're going to want to hold this for a while to retain that lead, or to take back that lead as X takes down Krakus. Looks like we could see a showdown on C here shortly. Watching from Vance's perspective, he's got an eye on, looks like Synergy Cool in the tunnel. He's got a nade right on him. He's got to run away. A little bit of a slow reaction there. Reloads. Another nade out. Heavy push by FAV on a Charlie. Takes down Metroid, and he does go down. It's a nice, coordinated, calculated push by FAV. Using their numbers, a bit of a Zerg push, but hey, it works. So they do take control of Alpha and Charlie, but the damage was done. V2 did take the lead as Poco, oh, he trades with Synergy Cool, but V2 in prime position to make a move for Alpha. That's Shetty with his teammate. Looks like they are going to take it. Alpha flashing, B is neutralized. Only C is in control of FAV right now, as it is neck and neck, 38-33 in favor of FAV. Cacchetti has got to retreat. It's 1 flag apiece. Fighting over Bravo. It looks like V2 has taken the 2 flag burn, but Alpha is being contested. It looks like FAV is going to take it back. This is neck and neck, folks. It is going to come down to the wire in this round. And it looks like wisely FAV is abandoning A because they realize that V2 is on the other side of the map, and they're going to try to set up for a Bravo Charlie hold to finish this off. We'll move to Vance's perspective. He is in the cellar on Charlie. V2 desperately trying to hold on to this, but there are 2 on Bravo. They have concentrated too much on Charlie. Synergy Cool has to fall back. They are going to take it. It's going to be an AB hold for FAV. And they're looking to get a triple cap as Synergy takes out X on the B flag. And it is a triple cap. This looks like it will be the nail in the coffin. FAV getting out-fragged handily, but showing some really nice coordination and teamwork and pushes on these flags. V2 in desperation mode. The music has cued. It looks like they are taking A with 1 and making a heavy push to C. They are not out of this. It is not out of the realm of possibility for them to do this, but they have to play it perfectly from this point. Does not look like that will happen. They're rushing on C. Desperation mode. There's 3 of them there. They got to make a move now or it is over. Quick push on to C. They got 2 there. They are going to take it, but A is being burned as well at the same time, eating some nades. A is neutralized, and just like that, beautiful rotation by FAV to make sure that V2 was not able to get the 2 flag burn at the end. Still, extremely close game. 29 ticket victory by Fuerzas Armadas Virtuales. So we will go into round 2. I believe that was round 1. Correct me if I'm wrong, if anyone in chat does know. But we're going to go into round 2 with a slight lead for FAV, and just surprising that such a KD discrepancy, such a fragging deficit was able to be overcome by FAV. Extremely nice teamwork. And V2, you got to be a little frustrated to know that you were winning your gun battles for the most point, but not winning the match. I know I would be particularly frustrated in that situation because you feel like you're just banging your head against a brick wall. I mean, what more do we need to be doing? We're Oh my God, Brett, have you been calling me this whole time?
I have been dropping and all kinds of stuff, so yeah.
Well, welcome back. I just now noticed, since I had DND set to Skype, that you were calling me. We have moved into round. We're going to move into round 2, and Fuerzas Armadas winning the first round by 29 tickets, despite getting completely dominated on the frag front.
Yeah, you know, that's one of the points that we were making, I think, a little bit earlier tonight, was the fact that you don't necessarily have to get all the frags. I mean, as long as you're getting on the flags, as long as you're getting the ticket bleed in your favor, albeit it's a lot different than BF3. I mean, in previous BF games, let's be honest with you.
Indeed.
I have seen many a times where teams could go negative on half their guys and still pull out a win, while the other guys are just fragging like a boss. It really does matter on this particular matchup, that you can frag, but you don't have to do it every single time. It also comes down to the fact that where are they positioned? Now I wasn't actually in that particular match to see it, but where they're positioning, and even though they're getting frags, where are they getting those frags from? Does it matter that they're getting those frags into certain places? Are they pushing flags? Are they, shifting in order to get flanks going on? Or are they just sitting somewhere? That makes a difference.
Yeah, that's a great point. I think FAV was the epitome of opportunistic in that round from what I saw. They realized that they weren't necessarily winning the gun battles, so they played the numbers and they played tight rotations. Just when you thought V2 was going to get the upper hand, there you have FAV, kind of rotating to the next flag and taking it so that V2 could never get control of that 2 flag burn, which had to be frustrating for them because, like I said, they're winning the gun battles but not winning the round. It's just, it's got to be an awkward position to be in because you don't really know what do we need to fix, guys? What's going wrong? We're killing them, but we're not winning.
Yeah, it is. And, that's something that the play caller needs to make. He needs to recognize, hey, we're getting frags, but why aren't we getting on the flags? Well, it's because we're playing too passive. Okay, well, let's fix that. Let's get onto flags. And one of the things that really hurts some of these teams shifting over from Battlefield 3 to Battlefield 4 is that they try and they go back to save flags. Now, again, I didn't get to see much of that game, but I believe it was the match last week we saw continuously teams kept trying to shift back. Or no, that was at the Atlanta LAN. We continuously saw Crimson, I believe it was, try and shift back and save flags over and over again, and it cost them tickets. It cost them people. They were able to finally get the guys off the burn, but they got into triple kills over and over and over again because of that. And small little mistakes like that definitely add up throughout it.
Yeah, those over rotations can leave you extremely vulnerable to those triple caps if the team can pull off the big play, the wipe. And you can't really leave yourself vulnerable. I understand it's kind of within the player's instincts to want to naturally rotate to whatever flag is being contested. But sometimes you have to kind of temper your anxiety and be content with being patient. We saw Lights Out do a nice job of that, especially some of their particular players like Jack. Utilize his positioning and wait to take advantage of it, rather than just kind of running around all willy-nilly and trying to merry-go-round flags. It doesn't seem to work.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I'm still trying to get my update to go through, so if they go live, or if they are live in this particular round, I will not be able to cast, guys. I do apologize. But I have a few minutes left on it. 69 kilobits a second.
Oh,
yeah.
That's like AOL speeds.
Going back to dial-up, baby.
You got mail. Yes, I believe they are live. We are. I'm treating it as live. I don't have official word, but they're playing like it's live. And right now, FAV in the lead by roughly 15 tickets or so, 223 to 211. And they are in control of the BC flag hold, which, again, I've said this many times throughout the stream. I like that hold the most because I feel like it's the easiest to control collectively as a team. The flags are the closest together. But again, this map has been a bit of a merry-go-round in the matches we've seen thus far tonight. Watch from Crack's perspective. Playing it slow, he's by the tubs peeking. He sees the guy. Oh, he got peeked through the corner. He did not see that. And looks like FAV doing a little bit better on the frag front thus far. Neck and neck, 14 and 10. Now 15-11 for V2, but stand right with them as Metroid X getting a nice double kill with the ace. Gonna take C back. A little bit of teabag action on him, hiding under the stairs. So maybe they've gotten their guns warmed up a little bit, and that's not gonna bode well for V2, given that they were winning the gun battles in the previous round, but still lost the round. And now that FAV's gun seems to have warmed up, it's gonna make it that much more difficult for them. We do have FAV in control of AC, but they are not content with that, as they are pushing straight up on a Bravo, being aggressive. And I like that on this map, because maybe it is, like we said, a bit difficult to just maintain that 2-flag hold because of how easy it is to rotate and get behind people with the spawns. So just go ahead and be aggressive. Keep running that merry-go-round and working those frags. And it's paying off for them as they have extended their lead, 215 to 174. A triple cap momentarily, but it looks like Alpha is going to be contested. V2 is going to take it, and they have got to be rattled right now. They've got to get their act together. They're down by, I believe, 29 tickets from the previous round, but that pales in comparison to their deficit right now, down by almost 50 tickets. As Cachetti goes down behind C. That looks like a nice double kill for FAV, and again, their guns just seem to have warmed up. 27 and 15 to V2's 18 and 21. Here in round 2 is Jiggity. Catches Synergy sleep and takes him out on C. It looks like he is going to try to contest Charlie. I think they are going to pick it up. Oh no, he does go down. And again, we could... Nope, not a triple cap. V2 does still have Alpha. But they've only managed to maintain control of one flag thus far since I've been in here. Just can't get control of the burn against this well-polished FAV team. Their rotations, their kind of synergy together has been really nice. Spawning on each other and making calculated moves onto flags to get control of them. And now that their guns are high, looking like a tall order for V2 to come back in this one. And I'm not seeing really a sense of urgency. Just, I mean, watching Cachetti here, he's just kind of playing possum with someone at Slam as they're quickly going down to almost an 80 ticket deficit just in this round. That's on top of the 29 to 30 ticket deficit from the previous round. So it's just, they're making matters worse here. They need to make a move if they want to win this match. Watch from Poker's perspective. Make the move on to Alpha. Oh, he does go down from above. Looks like someone was at Slam. Now Cachetti's still hanging out at Slam. He knows the guy's above him. Jumps down to Jenny. He can't. Oh, he's swinging in air. He can't take him out. This is just. Oh wow, that's just some seriously bad shooting there. I've been there, man. Getting nothing but air. Now watch it from Vance's perspective. And B2 still not able to get control of a second flag. They rotate to one. FAV takes another. Rotate to the next, and same thing, although Poco getting a double kill there, and the revive. Now's the time to be aggressive. You got some kills, make a move onto that C flag, try to get yourself control of it. Although, actually, excuse me, they do have BC now. Setting a line in the sand, you can see on the mini-map between B and C. This is a nice job, although Poco doesn't want to push too much. They might get a spawn backside of B. He's getting a little aggressive there, moving up towards the rubble graffiti area. He's about at the limit. Oh, catches him sleeping, but cannot take down Krakus. Bit of a wasted push as 2v2 guys do go down. FAV looking for the reses. V2 doing a nice job of holding B and C. This is the longest hold they've had since I've been in here. They're going to want to hold this as long as they can, as they are still down by over 60 tickets just in this round. So roughly 90 overall. Oh, S! Just getting zerged on the C flag. But there are two teammates there. Jiggity catches Metroid X sleeping. He's going to revive his teammate Poco. Oh, he does not revive. He misses the revive and goes down. Oh, just didn't quite get that when he dropped the mid pack before getting the actual res. And FAV takes AC. Vance all on his own over here at Bravo. B2 is going to need to make a move. It looks like they might be gearing up for an A push as they have all spawned on the backside of A. Let's see what kind of coordination they organize here. They've got it's like Poco and Jiggity along with X, but they're not really making a move. They're all three there. Now's the time to make a move. You guys really need to take a flag because time is ticking and your tickets are going away. If you get down below 29, it is game over. And there we do have a calculated spawn and push on the Alpha. Nice job by X, but it did take a bit too long, I think. They're going to hold A and B. 89 tickets, which means they only have 60 to play with before they are out of this match. And likely out of playoff contention as a result. Meanwhile, FAV sitting pretty... basically sitting pretty in their group, looking to be in the driver's seat to go into playoffs, I believe. And just like that, a triple cap for FAV. 166-183 here in the second round on Zavod. FAV did win round one by only 29 tickets, but putting a hurting on V2 Ghost here in round two. Despite losing the frag battle in the previous round, they did win in the ticket burn battle, but now their guns have heated up. They are 55-37 to 50-45 for V2. And look at Krakus, 21-8 for his team, leading the server by 6 frags. Let's watch from his perspective once he spawns back. See what kind of damage he's been doing. He is in between Bravo and Charlie. Tosses out a nade right next to his teammate. Trading there between. Oh, he doesn't see him at Slam, and he does go down. So an AC hold for V2, not out of it yet, but still not out of the woods. They need a significant hold here. I don't think they need to be aggressive and go for the triple cap. But they just got to get entrenched and hold 2 flags for a good amount of time now, because otherwise they're going to lose this match quickly as Jiggity playing a little possum in the hollowed out tank while his teammate comes and gets him. A little bit of comedy for you guys. $135 to $168 in favor of FAV. Ooh, Jiggity catching General Abbey coming up out of the cellar.
Alright guys, so I am now finally back into the server, got my updates all done. So,
yeah!
Definitely looking forward to this. And right away, when coming into it, I am seeing V2 spread out quite nicely here, although they do have a little bit of a problem there in the center. It looks like Synergy and Alpha are going to be taken down, though, so going to be getting some heavy pressure from the north side of A, with only Jiggy there to really hold on to it.
And nice job by Jiggity, kind of peeking around the corner to take out, I believe it was Metroid X, got a teammate spawn on him. But he had to retreat, and it looks like FAV is taking control of Alpha. So an Alpha Bravo push. Oh! As he eats an 8, he's got to retreat once again. And FAV looking firmly in control of this match. Again, winning the previous round by 29 tickets.
Yeah, and right then, we actually saw a chance for V2 to go out to B flag, and they missed it. There was nobody there, and it gave FAV a chance to basically get a couple of random spawns, push 2 players. That's going to be Metroid and Alpha, all the way down into B flag, and now they're going to be losing C in the process. So, yeah, not very good timing on their part, and probably coming down to the fact that they haven't really played together all that much, maybe. They're just not experienced enough, but we are going to be seeing 5-man push now onto A flag, and it's now 46 tickets. So, I mean, they had the momentum in their favor for a few moments, but to be honest with you, they played really, really sloppy there, and I don't know if they're going to be able to make it up now.
Yeah, it's not a huge deficit. Again, only 29 tickets, I believe, was the number. But just the way this round has gone thus far, FAV has been in the driver's seat the entire time. The guns have heated up, and their teamwork is just a lot tighter. They knew exactly what they want to do in any situation that they're in, and they're executing pretty well thus far. And it's got to be frustrating for V2 to be in that situation.
Yeah, it does. Now, we are going to be seeing C getting completely nooched out, and he needs to get on it now. Yeah, so since I don't know what he was waiting for, finally going to be getting onto C flag. It looks like B is going to go down. Now, they have to be careful with their spawns, okay? So they can't get spawn happy. It's already 34 tickets to 109, and, I mean, that's a lot to burn down. It is possible. I have seen teams burn down 100 tickets plus, but it is going to be very hard, especially when you have Vance going in there by himself on B flag and getting taken down. Now A is going to be flashing, and I think that is now going to be the final straw.
I think that's going to do it. And again, you made a good point, Brett. When you get to this do-or-die position, you can't really be willy-nilly aggressive. You need to be calculated and play it perfectly. I know it's a tall order. Perfection is a tall order. But you just can't be that aggressive when you only have, 5-6 tickets to play with. And that is going to do it. They have been whittled under that 29 ticket barrier. So FAV, extremely strong performance here in round 2. And really up in their game in frag department as they got handily out-fragged in the previous round.
Yeah, really, it looks like, we had Coco there for a while. The only person that was really doing anything. The rest of them were stepping up and getting some picks there as I was watching the live scoreboard. But, I mean, if we go over on the side of FAV, really, Crackers, he's the only player that was really dominating in terms of flags. He's 26-16. The rest of his guys are kind of, in the low teens.
Yeah, even, really.
But that really shows you that it doesn't come down to frags. How many times have I said that already? It doesn't come down to frags all the time. If you can outposition team, if you can basically get on those flags and just basically flag hop better than them, then you will be able to win this map, and that's exactly what happened. And the fact that, and I don't know how the rest of the game was going, but there towards the end, we didn't see any kind of pressure going out towards the flag until it was they got completely wiped on A, and that is not the way you should play this map.
Yeah, one thing, I think you noted it when you first got in here, a bit of a lack of sense of urgency from V2 at times. When they were, clearly down on the flags and, tickets were bleeding quick, I didn't see them pressing flags quickly. Now, I'm not saying they need to just be careless and too aggressive to where they just get easily wiped going for a flag, but I feel like they delayed it too much and didn't, get aggressive enough to press those flags and get control of the burn quick enough, which just basically put this game out of reach too quickly.
Yeah, I completely agree with you, and that is a problem that some teams have. They are not confident within themselves. They're not sure of themselves in order to go make those decisions because, I mean, hey, we're in 5v5. There's not a whole lot of room for, for mistakes. If you make a mistake, that's a fifth of your team that's dead. I mean, that's a big deal. And, for them to be kind of cautious a little bit, waiting for spawns, I can understand that. But when it gets to a point where it's 13 tickets and you're done, you just got to throw caution to the wind and do it. That's those moments where, that's where you get those montage moments of where a guy jumps in and gets 3 picks and a flag. I mean, but that's where they come from. And, for V2 just needs to learn, hey, when it gets down to this, I just got to go. I just got to do it.
Don't be afraid to lose. Just go for the victory,
Well, see, the thing is you're already going to lose if you don't do it. So
right.
You might as well.
Exactly.
And, finally going to be ending it right now. FAV will be able to close it out here in just a few moments. 45-5. Obviously, they ended up losing. So that means the FAV is going to be pushing on within their group. It's now going to be 5-1. V2 is going to be dropping 3-3. So
and I think that's going to put V2 out of playoff contention in that group, which is sad to see because they're a strong team. As we said, they played all the teams tough.
Yeah, but
just not quite tough enough.
I mean, let's look at the teams that they have to play against. I mean, they got to play against Exertus EU, Nexus BF4 NA, and FAV. Like,
Indeed.
I mean, that's like, are you serious? Like, really? You just put me in this group? I mean,
is
that's
it the group of death? Is it the group of death?
To go through.
I think the only group that may be tougher is the one that has Epsilon and Exertus NA.
Yeah, that probably is the worst of those groups. Now, going through here for next week's